Hey, this is Scott. Today we're gonna go over the Imperial Guard. This is gonna be the Imperial Guard video. This might be, I might have to split this one up into like 3 parts because Imperial Guard is, yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Imperial Guard has a lot of depth to it, which is, it's gonna make this video like a total nightmare for me. Ooh, Imperial Guard. Alright, let's go for it. Let's see, put it on easy. Okay. So what makes I guess I'll say it now, but I'll repeat it later. What makes Imperial Guard unique is their infantry is kind of bad, even when fully upgraded. Their buildings are kind of weak, and their vehicles aren't very good. But what makes Imperial Guard really good is garrisoning, and they have really good turrets too. So I'll show you what garrisoning is in a while, and they also have a really good. Another thing about Imperial Guard is they don't have the best army, but I would say they have one of, if not the best abilities in the game. Just having Psychers is amazing. Psychers are just so good that they basically make Imperial Guard what they are. They're just so good. Alright, this is Imperial Guard. This is your builder.
I'll take care of it, Lord.
This is your building. So what makes Imperial Guard special is I think every building except for the turret you can get inside of.
This able beast should get us there.
Like this. Now he's inside, and if an enemy were to come close, I could shoot him.
Thank you, machine spirit, for us.
For this reason, your buildings have really low health. All Imperial Guard buildings have really low health, but engineers are really good at repairing. Like they repair. Like these buildings have low health, but they repair quicker than most engineers out there. So let's go with your barracks. Let's make more. Let's just make one of everything. This is your barracks. It's really cheap.
It will only take me a moment.
It's 125. It's really cheap, and it's a really strong building. It's a lot stronger than I thought it'd be. This building here, your barracks, is almost as strong as a turret, I would say.
As you wish.
Let's make the generator.
A challenge worthy of my
These generators are pretty expensive. You don't want to put them like over here. So this generator will increase this number here. I'll get a +10. It'll keep rising. So one thing you'll notice about Imperial Guard is your barracks only has 5 units you can pick from, and 3 of them are locked off.
Present and accounted for, sir. What are your orders? You shall have your.
So you only have 2 units at level 1.
Reporting for duty, sir. Sir, yes.
The Dark Eldar had like 8 units to pick from at level 1. Oh, if you didn't know, if you capture these, it'll make your blue points go up higher.
Present and accounted
so
for, sir.
I'm gonna try capturing these
By
points.
Emperor, you will have it.
And this is your army right here. This is your guardsmen. Now, guardsmen, I might have to make like 5 videos on the guardsmen. The guardsmen are really complicated.
It is my duty to serve. Capturing it was easy. Holding it
This is
will
probably
be
the most
hard.
complicated squad in the game. So now that I captured this, my blue points are going to keep on rising. And now that my generator's
By the
done,
Emperor,
my
we've
green
won.
points are going to keep on rising. So that's how the resources work. This is your barracks. I'm going to make the command squad. This is your commander. The command squad is one of the best commanders in the game, I would say. It's really, really good at any point in the game. But I would say, like, they don't have any health increases, while other commanders do.
I stand ready to serve. Standing ready.
So this is a command squad. It's really, really complicated. It's going to take me a long time to explain how this works. You only have like 2 units at the start of the game, but they're really, really complicated. And this is the rest of your units you can make. As you can see, they're all locked off. I can also make the commissar, or the commissar. And I can make these. This will...
Initiating construction.
Basically, I'm building these so they don't capture it.
What
As you can
orders?
see, these guys can go into the
Let's
building too.
ride. Fear ensures loyalty. Where do you need me?
That's how that works.
It is my duty to serve. Left, right,
And this is the commissar.
wish?
Okay.
Orders received and understood.
So, as you can see, the commissar has low health but pretty good stats. And
By the Emperor, you will have it.
so the way Imperial Guard works is they have a lot of abilities. And it's going to take me a while to explain all of them. So even this here, which is your point,
I am on it.
you can go inside of, and you can shoot out of these holes off the sides, which is really, really powerful.
NQ machine spirit.
Basically, for 100 points, these are turrets, and for another 100 points, you can make them actually turrets. So, which is really, really powerful.
By the Emperor, you will have it.
Okay, so Imperial Guardsmen, you get 5 of them per squad. They have really low morale. 100 morale is basically nothing. They tend to miss their shots, and they tend to die really quickly. They're not terrible in close combat, but they're also not great in close combat. They're not good at long range, but they're not terrible at long range either. So they're kind of bad. What makes Imperial Guard good is numbers. So let's make more of these guys. If you have 5 of these dudes, they basically will not win any fights.
If such is the Emperor's will.
But if you have 10 of these dudes, they'll start winning fights. So let's start making these turrets,
Such is the Emperor's will.
just to show you what the turrets look like.
It is my duty to serve.
I am on it.
But yeah, Imperial Guard,
Initiating construction.
without any help, is pretty
I
bad.
am honored that you require my
Which is
skill.
why this race is so complicated. It's funny, Guardsmen are super bad, but Imperial Guardsmen is one of the best factions in the game. Mostly because of these buildings. These buildings are just so good that you don't really need good infantry. Basically, the reason Imperial Guard are so good is free, really strong turrets. Free strong turrets is kind of overpowered. And here I'll make
As you
actual
wish,
turrets.
so shall it be done.
And their actual turrets are really, really good.
Initiating construction. As you wish, so shall it be done.
So as you can see, this is a turret. So the way Guardsmen work is you can make anything a turret, basically. And they have turrets on top of that. So Guardsmen have turrets for days, basically. Which is really, really strong.
Sir, yes, sir.
So let me try explaining to you how the
What
Commissar
is your
works.
wish?
So the Commissar, his job is to enforce morale among the guardsmen, because the guardsmen, as you can tell, have no morale. So the
Victory is assured.
Commissar's job is to give these guys morale. So if I click this button here and click this button here,
Fear me, but follow.
see how their morale went from 100 to 300? 300 is not bad. 300 is a lot better than 100. So now these guys will
On my
move together,
soul it
right?
shall be done. You honor me.
And these guys will shoot together as one squad. So now not only did I make this guardsman have more health, the health went up, but also the morale went up. So putting a commissar onto these guys upgrades them twice, basically. And you can make 3 commissars. So go ahead and upgrade all these guys. Tell
Sir,
you.
yes, sir. For the glory of the Imperium.
So basically, the way you want to play guardsmen is
It
you
is
want to
my
make as
duty
many
to serve.
commissars as you can, and you also want to make as many buildings as you can.
Honored
Because the more
to
buildings you
require
have,
Fear ensures loyalty.
each building
Initiating
is a turret,
construction.
basically.
Initiating
So
construction.
you kind of just want to make as many buildings as possible. There's no real downside to
Where
them.
is his will needed?
Not only do guardsmen have like the cheapest buildings in the game, they're also one of the
Fear
best buildings in the
ensures
game.
loyalty. Where do you need me? But follow. By the Emperor, it will be done. Such is the Emperor's will.
So now these guardsmen, it does cost a lot of resources to upgrade these guys, but once they're upgraded, they'll actually start winning fights.
Orders received and understood.
So here's your commander.
Standing ready.
So
Understood.
the commander has bodyguards, and each bodyguard will make the squad better. So right now he has 400 health, which is god awful. I think the engineer has 400 health.
I am on it.
Yeah, he has like 300. So right now he's about as strong as the engineer.
Standing
And
ready.
he's the commander, right? So to make the commander better is you give him a bodyguard. Now these bodyguards will not only increase his health, but also one of these numbers.
We did it, sir.
So this is kind of how it works. If you give him a commissar, not only will his health increase, but his morale will increase. That's what the commissar does. If you give him a psyker, not only will his health increase, but he also gains abilities. And these abilities are all offensive, and they give you like long range offensive abilities. Basically, the psyker makes you a long range unit. The priest, what the priest does is instead of giving you morale, it gives you more health. You get the priest, so all of these will give you a health boost, but the priest will give you like a double health boost, making you super tanky. Now, even with the priest, you'll still die pretty quickly, but it's better than nothing. So I'll show you the commissar and the priest. And the priest has another ability too. The priest is probably your best close range fighter that you have. You don't get any good close range. Like the guardsman is really bad at close range combat. It's mostly a shooting faction. If you go up against orcs, which is a close range combat faction, you definitely want to avoid close range fights because you'll lose all of them. So now I have the commissar, my morale doubled, and also my health doubled. Now when I get the priest, you'll see another increase. And while we're waiting, I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to make this.
A challenge worthy of my skill. So shall it be done. As you wish, so shall it be done.
What is your wish?
Let's watch
You
this.
have chosen wisely.
So my health went from 800 to 1400. which is a pretty big increase.
I obey.
It's
Without
a
question.
600 point increase
I obey.
if you have
Without
just the
question.
priests. So the priest, I'll tell you one thing, the priest is close combat only, but he like doubles your health. That's what the priest does. It makes you super tanky. Now if I get the Psyker will allow me to use long range abilities. Yeah, see, as you can tell, this is kind of complicated. Each dude does something different, and each one has like a different role. So priest is like a close combat tanky unit, while the commissar is like a support unit. The commissar also has a really good gun, so he's really good at shooting. So now I have the. This is your final building you can make at level 1. This is your upgraded building. And not only does this building give you upgrades, it lets you look at any part of the map. Like this. What? Oh, I must have missed. I think they're over here. But yeah, this will let you look at any part of the map, which is really strong. It'll also let you build the priest temple. This will let you buy priests. So, and having 3 priests on in your army is pretty strong. See, this is the first upgrade you can buy. This will increase the morale of your guardsmen. Now, it's a really cheap upgrade, and the reason it's so cheap is because it's a very small upgrade. It only gives your guardsmen like an extra like 100 morale or something like that. It's not a very good upgrade, but it's better than nothing. You kind of need this, because if you don't, your guardsmen will lose morale instantly. And when guardsmen lose morale, they're kind of useless. That's kind of why the commissar is so important, because without morale, your guardsmen are totally useless. The moment you lose morale, you want to run away, because guardsmen without morale are just completely garbage. The battle armor upgrade, this will make your guardsmen, they'll have more health. It's kind of funny if you think about it. They're sent into war. This upgrade says gives your guardsmen armor. What that means is guardsmen are sent to war without any armor in the year 40,000. It's kind of funny if you think about it.
It will only take
I can now
me a
capture
moment.
this. So I'll show you
By the
what these
Emperor,
guys
it
look like
will
in a
be
fight.
done. I
But
stand
basically, they're
ready
just
to
really good
serve
at
the
shooting.
Emperor.
Oh yeah, and if you build this building, it not only does it give you access to upgrades, it also gives you access to the grenade launcher and the sergeant. The sergeant gives every one of your units a health upgrade, which is really strong. And grenade launchers. Grenade launchers are one of the best weapons in the game for some reason. They have long range, and they hit really, really hard. For some reason, grenade launchers are better than most weapons in the game.
By the Emperor, it will be done.
So I'll give these guys grenade launchers.
Take it at all costs.
And the grenade launchers can be upgraded too, on top of that. So they're really, really strong weapons.
By the Emperor, it will be done.
Now I can get Uncommon Valor. Uncommon Valor makes it so you can have, instead of
What would you have
2
me do?
bodyguards, you can have 5, or not 5, 4. So this upgrade will double your amount of bodyguards you can have, which is really strong.
It will only take me a
And I'll buy
moment.
more generators.
Initiating construction. It will only take me a moment.
Okay. That's basically it for now.
Objective secured. What now? Where is
I
his
guess we'll
will
explore the
needed?
map.
Take it at all costs!
But yeah, in order to upgrade your guardsmen, you kind of just want to click on everything. And not only do you want to click on everything, you want to buy these guys, because these guys will also upgrade. Basically, the way everything in these stores are meant to upgrade your guardsmen. Guardsmen have a ton of upgrades. You know, the weapons can be upgraded, the health can be upgraded, the morale can be upgraded, the squad size can be upgraded. They have a lot of upgrades. See, there's the sergeant. It's one without the helmet. So, guardsmen started out with like 800 health,
What is your wish?
and now they have 3,000 health, which is a pretty big upgrade. Now there are 11 of them, so it's 11 divided by, or 3,000 divided by 10, or 11. So this might seem like a big number, but in reality, they all have low health. Okay, so now I'm level 2,
We did it,
As
sir.
and
you
now that I'm
wish,
level
so
2,
shall it be done.
you get access to vehicles.
A challenge worthy of my skill.
Now the level 2 vehicles aren't very good. It's really when you get to level 3. The level 3 vehicles
You
is when...
requested a cycle, my lord.
Basically, the way Imperial Guard works is they don't really shine until you get to level 3. When you get to level 3, that's when they really shine. Imperial Guard level 3 is really, really hard to deal with. And now that I'm level 2, I get access to a lot of things. I get access to better turrets. So,
You requested a cycle,
I
my
get missile
lord.
upgrade on this one. The missile upgrade's a really big deal. So this turret right here is pretty bad. It's good in the first 5 minutes of the game, but after 5 minutes it becomes pretty bad. Because everything will be stronger than it. But this upgrade
You
here, which is 50
requested a
points,
cycle, my lord.
this 50-point upgrade will make the turret, not only will this turret be better against infantry, it's better against vehicles too. So, you really want this upgrade. Now, downside to these turrets are they're really fragile. These fragile turrets, um, these turrets are fragile, but they're cheap. And the level 1 turrets kind of suck. But the level 2 turrets are probably one of the best turrets in the game. Besides Necrons. Necrons have like the best turrets in the game. So these upgraded turrets are amazing. Honestly, when you play Imperial Guard, you kind of want to spam these turrets because they're just too good to not spam them. So let's just buy everything. If you click on this flag, it'll make your blue number go up quicker. And if you buy this electrical sign, it'll make your green number go up quicker. And let's go ahead and upgrade turrets. I can upgrade the turrets to level 2 now that I'm level 2. Okay,
I am honored that
might
you
as well build my
admire my
turrets.
skills.
Because why not?
Initiating
Now I
construction.
think you can only build 6. But if you build another command, you can build more turrets. See the vehicles you have at level 2? Chimeras. Chimeras are our transport unit vehicle with guns. The damage is really weak, but they're hard to kill, and they're cheap, so you might as well make them. You also have access to Sentinels. Sentinels do pretty good damage against anything. The problem is they're really expensive. They're really fragile. Hellhounds? Hellhounds are close range only. They deal Hellhounds are close range damage only, and they're fire damage only. So really, they're only good against infantry and vehicles, and they're only good at close range. They're also kind of fragile, so Hellhounds are only good for a little bit because the damage they do isn't very high, and you can outrange them. So Hellhounds are good, but they're not that good. Basilisks is your artillery vehicle. They're very expensive. They do low damage. But they have very high range, and they can shoot stuff that you can't see, which is really strong. Being able to shoot stuff you can't see is really strong in this game. So this is a Chimera. This is your transport unit. It can hold up to 2 of anything. So I can put a squad in
Victory
here.
is assured.
So now I can put another squad in there. It's really strong.
As soon as we beseech the machine's spirit.
From here
Okay,
on,
that's
we
Chimera.
march.
Sentinels ready to deploy.
This is a Sentinel. It has low health, but it has a really strong gun on it. And it can also decap points. So if I send it here, it can decap it. It's also pretty fast. This is the Hellhound. It's not very good, but it's your best vehicle. Out of these 3 vehicles, I would say the Chimera is the best, but it's also the most expensive. It says here that it does the best damage against vehicles or buildings. So this is really good at taking out. Hellhounds are really good at taking out turrets. It's basically an anti-turret building. Sentinels do really good damage against anything, but they're kind of fragile. And Chimeras do low damage, but they're dirt cheap. This is your
What do you
Psyker.
require? I knew you'd say that.
This is your Psyker. He's not bad at close range or long range, and he's also got long range abilities. And they're all extremely good. So Strip Soul does high damage against anything, but only against one target. So this is really good at doing high damage at one target. It's extremely useful against pretty much anything. And it comes back. I think you can use it once a minute, which is pretty strong. Every minute you can do massive damage to something. Lightning Arc does massive damage to squads. It hits everybody in the squad. So this is like an anti-squad ability, which is really strong. And Curse of the Machine. Curse of the Machine disables the vehicle. It like turns their engines off. And it's basically a stun for vehicles. And I think only Imperial Guard has this. It's basically an anti-vehicle ability. And what it does is it lets you stun it, and then you can kill it if you're quick enough. So all these three abilities are probably one of the best. These are the 3 best abilities in the game, basically. Strip Soul, Lightning Arc, and Curse of the Machine are the 3 best abilities in the game.
My devotion
And I can give the command squad more guys. What makes the Psyker so good is not only does he have the 3 best abilities in the game, you can have like 10 Psykers in your army. So you can have like 10 Strip Souls, 10 Lightning Arcs, 10 everything. What else did we unlock at level 2? Oh, we unlocked more upgrades. So this is a range upgrade. It's not super useful, but you might as well get it. And this is your morale upgrade. This is your second morale upgrade. These two upgrades aren't super useful, but they're cheap. Might as well get them. And I think that's everything. So let's go to level 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's the heavy weapons team. That's the last thing you unlock. The heavy weapons team is also kind of complicated. The heavy weapons team is a turret, but it's a walking turret, and you can also customize it. It's kind of hard to explain. They're also super expensive, which is weird because they're really expensive, but I would say they're worse than normal turrets. So as you see, basically everything is a turret, and you can have even more turrets on top of that.
You called for some suppressive fire.
So this is the Imperial Guard's team.
Heavy weapons on the move.
This is just a single
Heavy
dude.
weapons on the move. Position confirmed.
And what you want to do, so when he's in this mode here, he's got two modes.
Heavy weapons on
When
the
he's
move.
in this mode here, he's pretty much awful and useless. But when you click this mode here,
Ready and willing, sir.
he turns into a turret. Now this turret, the best thing about this turret is it has massive range, but it does low damage. So that's something you have to remember. You can also upgrade it. It's got the last cannon upgrade, which makes it anti-vehicle, which is really, really good. And the auto cannon upgrade, which makes it anti-infantry, which is also really, really good. The heavy weapons team is kind of bad because the normal turrets are a lot better. Like these turrets here are way better than the heavy weapons team. They're also kind of fragile. It doesn't take much to kill one. So they're really, really expensive, and without upgrades, they're really, really bad. But once you get the upgrades, they're all right. They're all right at best. I would still say they're too expensive for what you get. Now I can get more. I can get the second green upgrade. And I can get the second flag upgrade. I'm now level 3. I'm almost full on vehicles, so I need to get more vehicles.
As you wish.
I also need to capture these points. I totally forgot.
Victory is
Challenge worthy of
assured.
my skill. As you wish, so shall it be done.
Oh, another thing about Imperial Guard you mentioned. Every faction has access to an economy boost, but for some reason, Imperial Guard has the biggest economy boost. Like, I think most factions gets a +5 economy boost, while Imperial Guard gets like a +9 economy boost. Now, this doesn't sound like a big deal, but just remember that Imperial Guard always has like a +4 advantage over you when it comes to resources. So yeah, there was a lot to talk about when it comes to level 1 guardsmen. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about when it comes to level 2 guardsmen. But level 3, like I said, level 3 is when they really shine. So level 3, you get access to the Assassin. The Assassin is really expensive, and you kind of have to upgrade him to make him good. But once he's upgraded, he becomes really, really good. So the Assassin, what he is he can turn invisible, and has really long range, and he has a really good sniper rifle. Basically, Assassin is a dude with a really big
Assassin
gun.
here. Yes, yes.
This is your
of course I'll
Assassin.
help.
As you can see, he does really high damage, but it is like a bolt action sniper rifle, so it takes a while for him to kill stuff because it's like shot takes a while type shot, you know. But he's really good. From what I understand, and what from people tell me, he does extra damage to characters and people with, like, names. So if you see like an avatar of Kane, for example, he'll do extra damage to that. He also has this ability here, which increases his damage for a short period, which looks like this.
I can change the tide of battle.
When I click this button, he'll do extra damage for a couple seconds. I think he only gets like 2 or 3 shots of extra damage, and then he does normal damage. So here's a level 3 upgrades. Oh, also I need to get this first. So at level 3, you get access to the rest of your army. You get Kasagins, and you get Orgrins. They're both pretty good. Kasagins are way better than Guardsmen, but they're also more expensive. Ogrins are your go-to melee unit. So I'll show that off in a second.
We'll cover our men.
And I'll make another heavy weapons team to show that off.
Nothing will get through our field of fire.
Basically, if you want to play defense,
Victory
Guardsman is the way to do it. If you want to play defense, Guardsman is the way to go, because everything is defensive, basically. Everything's a turret. Everything, you know, our Guardsmen are only good in high numbers. So that's kind of how you want to play Guardsman.
Initiating construction. As you wish, so shall it be done.
If you get enough resources, you always want to build more commands.
Initiating suppressive
Because the more commands you have, the more generators you can build, and the more turrets you can build.
Squad ready for war.
Two Caspians.
Field of fire.
We can handle anything you throw at us.
We're ready to go, sir.
I'll just start upgrading them. So Caspians are like elite guardsmen, basically.
We've got experience in these
They're like
things.
super guardsmen.
On standby.
And what makes Caspians great is you can give them a priest and give them a huge health boost. So
we're ready to go, sir.
Caspians are pretty good by themselves. If you give them, let's say, a priest, they're extra good. See, I'll get some priests out. Oh, and you also unlock the Marauder. That's your level 3 unit. Marauders are pretty good, but they're really expensive. So I have like mixed feelings on them. They're really expensive for what they were.
Let me preach his name.
Also, you can only build like 2 of these, which is kind of lame.
What would you have me
See, so here I'll show you.
Long have I wished to serve under you, sir.
So Caskins have 4,000 health right now.
What would you have me do?
And now priests, they have 6,000 health.
His name.
So that's like a 2,000 health boost right there.
What would you have me do?
Which is pretty strong. Oh yeah, I gotta make Ogrins. This is your bomber.
Marauder en route. Marauder en route.
The Marauder isn't very good.
Tactical bomber in the air. Tactical bomber in the air.
I tried him out and I did a bunch of try to make him good, but he's really not that good. I think he's only good against infantry, and I don't think he can attack planes. So if someone has a plane, they can't fight. He also has access to all these abilities, and none of these abilities are good, I would say. So yeah, he's got a lot of useless abilities, and he's really expensive.
Marauder en route.
But I'll show him off to you.
Smooth ride.
Smooth ride.
Dark Eldar don't really have anti-vehicle options, so you might do well against them.
Engaging target.
Is that the best you've got?
The only reason the Marauder looks really strong now is because he just doesn't have any, like,
Smooth ride.
they don't have any anti-vehicle. Okay, this is your Basilisk, and this is your artillery. Now the reason it's so good is because it has insane range. So I'll show you how big the range is. It's basically an entire map. It can shoot like across the map. That's how big the range is. And what I mean by like, it can shoot stuff you can't see is if you click this button, then click the shadow, it'll attack the shadow. So if you know a guy is right here, it'll attack this dude.
We're under fire!
It also has this ability here called Earthshaker Round. Now, Earthshaker rounds are basically super bullets. And that's all it is.
Call for an airstrike.
Okay. So the reason level 3 guardsmen are so good is because they have Ogrins now. And Ogrins are really, really good. And Capsicans are really, really good. So these are your Ogrins. They're not the best melee unit in the game, but they're really, really tanky, which makes them very useful. Oh, and also I have these upgrades I can give you. So this is a Caspian movement upgrade. It's not very useful. Like, you're a defensive faction. Having movement upgrade isn't a huge deal. This is a health upgrade. Health upgrades are always good.
You've got?
This is a melee. This is split power bayonets. This will make your Ogrins do more melee damage, which is always good. This power bayonet upgrade you should always get because it's basically a go-to upgrade. This upgrade here is why Imperial Guard are good. This upgrade here makes your assassin visible. You basically need this upgrade, or else the assassin will die to like anything. Assassin has really, really, really low health. It'll die to basically anything. And this upgrade right here is probably the best upgrade. It makes all your upgraded weapons better, and it lets you have more of them. So this upgrade here, weapon specialization, I would say this is the most dangerous one. This makes all your weapons better. And this is the shooting faction too. So this makes Imperial Guard a lot better.
Standing by.
Once you get this weapon specialization upgrade, I would say Guardsmen are better than Space Marine. Which is saying a lot.
As you wish, so shall it be done. Initiating construction.
More of these.
I am honored that you require my skill.
Doesn't really matter where you put them.
A challenge worthy of my skill. As you wish, so shall it be done.
Nah, normally I ran out of turrets, but now I can make more turrets.
As you wish, so shall
It's always fun. Oh yeah, there's one more upgrade we gotta get, which is level 4 upgrade. The full-scale war upgrade. This upgrade here is your most important upgrade, because it makes guardsmen actually dangerous. This upgrade here is basically your win condition. Oh, and the plane died. See, they didn't even have any turrets or any anti-vehicle, and the plane still died. It goes to show you how bad the plane is.
Warming up the engine mode. Ready to act. Following orders. Warming up the engine mode.
Where is his will needed?
So yeah, I would say you should always make a basilisk, just because they're just too good.
Standing by.
What is your wish?
Oh yeah, and if you have a choice between grenade launcher and plasma gun, always get the plasma gun. Not only do plasma guns do more damage, they're also
What
good
is
against
your wish?
vehicles. So plasma guns are just better at everything.
My devotion is assured.
Okay, so
You have chosen.
they were at 6,000
wisely.
health without the health upgrade, and now they're at 8,000 health. So yeah, their health just keeps going up and up and up, which is what makes Castrins really good.
My devotion is assured.
Now if we take it, Ogress for example,
Something.
they have 7 dudes in the squad, and 7 dudes, they have 6,000 health. And if you give them priest,
Wisely. Are you ready to die for me?
they go from 6,000 to 7,500, which is pretty good. They also have this ability here called Fanaticism. Fanaticism makes your guys unable to die for a while. So as long as this is turned on, the Ogrins can't die. They can still fight and stuff, which is really cool.
Warming up the engine
I
mode.
think that's everything. Trying to think if I.
We'll cover our men.
There's the other.
Ready and willing, sir.
There's the other
Position
upgrade.
confirmed, sir. We'll cover our men. Nothing will get through our field of fire.
This has the anti-vehicle upgrade on it. And pretty soon this will have the anti-infantry upgrade on it. But yeah, guardsmen are really, really good at defense. They're really, really good at distractions. They're really, really good at sniping. But they're really, really bad at attacking. And they're really, really bad at staying alive. Which is why you kind of want to build a million turrets. Like, even with the priests and all the health upgrades, they'll still die really quick. You can't get around that. And this is the anti-infantry upgrade. So that's what that looks like. And that's what that looks like. See, it's a different barrel. But because these guys are mobile,
Ready and willing, sir.
I can do something like this.
Nothing will get through our field of fire.
So even with the upgrade,
sir.
I can turn back to normal. Now I can do something like
Nothing will get
this.
through our field of fire.
And now I can do something like this.
Quake at my shadow.
Oh, and I gotta make the Baneblade. Let's see. This is like the final upgrade.
Initiating construction. Only take me a moment.
This is your ultimate building. This is your ultimate unit. Oh, and also I gotta make the Lehman Russ. The Lehman Russ is one of your best vehicles.
Where do you want us, sir? We'll get there as fast as we can. We'll cover our men.
See, that's what that looks like.
Where do you want Yes,
And I can do the same thing over here.
I shall not fail. Listen, task, perhaps.
See, so if I shoot the Archon, it should do bonus damage.
Listen, task, perhaps.
And doing this with Imperial Guard is what makes it fun. Doing stuff like this.
Victory is assured. You honor me.
Oh yeah, so there's also the Leman Russ. Leman Russ is by far your best vehicle. It will kill basically anything in the game. You always want to make Leman Russes, because Leman Russes are basically your win condition.
Fail. Hush, say no more, my lord. By the Emperor, it will be done.
I do need to get rid of some stuff. Okay, and I can make the Bane Blade. Bane Blade. The Bane Blade doesn't do a lot of damage, but it has the most health out of anything in the game. Like, an entire game. It has more health than anything in the game. And it can shoot, like, 6 dudes at once, which is really strong. So, basically, the Bane Blade is really good at killing stuff slowly. Now, it is one vehicle, which means it can be targeted pretty easy. If you focus fire the Bane Blade, it will go down pretty quick. But it's still really powerful vehicle. Basically, the Bane Blade is really good at distractions. Basically, you send the Bane Blade to distract someone, and then you send your army in. This is the Leman Russ. Leman Russ isn't as good as the Bane Blade, but it's pretty close. And I would say the Leman Russ does way more damage than the Bane Blade. But yeah, Leman Russ is really good. It's one of the best vehicles in the game, for sure. And I think that's everything. So I'll send this bad boy in. The Bane Blade. The Bane Blade, out of everything in this game, I would say the Bane Blade is my favorite vehicle. The Bane Blade is just so cool. It has like 8 guns on it. It's just so cool. So it doesn't have a lot of health. It only has 10,000. But it has like special armor. So it only takes like half damage. So it only does 2 damage to a guy, only do 1 damage to the Bane Blade. This is what makes the Bane Blade super good. And as you can see, the Bane Blade can hit like 6 dudes at once, which is what makes it so good. I also just love the sound of the guns. It just sounds cool. And I think that's everything. I think I showed you all the vehicles, showed you all the buildings, I showed you all the strategies. One thing I'll show off real quick is you can actually teleport.
It is only fitting we ride into battle.
If I go into this turret here,
Only fitting we ride into battle.
I'm pretty sure I can teleport them. Yeah, I can teleport them over here. So you can use your buildings to teleport.
From here on, we march by the Emperor.
Which is pretty cool.
I will not fail him.
And now that the Bane Blade's attacking stuff, this shouldn't take long. And this is Imperial Guard, maxed out. The Imperial Guard isn't my favorite faction, but it's always fun to watch.
Flee at your own peril and fight!
Oh man, look at all that destruction.
My devotion
And the
is
car
a
skins are
sword.
really cool too. I like watching them shoot.
As you wish. They cannot withstand us. Inspire our men.
There we go. Yeah, I started tagging this base like what, like a minute ago, and everything's down. So yeah, guardsmen are really bad at attacking stuff, but once they hit level 4, they can just annihilate everything. So yeah, I would say, out of all the factions, Imperial Guard definitely has the best buildings, the best abilities, and the best vehicles in the game. They just don't have the best. They're just not very good at attacking. That's their only downside. And they also have grenade launchers, and grenade launchers are, for some reason, one of the best weapons in the game. Like, for some reason, grenade launchers are better than plasma pistols. And grenade launchers are also, like, on par with heavy bolters for some reason. Like, a grenade launcher would do just about as much damage as a heavy bolter. Yeah, that's Imperial Guard. There's only real two playstyles in Imperial Guard. It's either attack early or be defensive and whittle your opponent down. And that's the only real two playstyles you can have with Imperial Guard. That makes them really, really bad at story mode, because Imperial Guard focuses in defense, and in story mode you have to attack everything. So they're really, really bad at story mode. They're really, really good at everything else. But yeah, that's Imperial Guard. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you learned anything, maybe subscribe. And yeah, that's Imperial Guard. That's the end of the video.